Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Baldi's Basics Plus 0.10. This is, in fact, the biggest update that Baldi's Basics Plus has gotten since its inception. Now, you're going to see most of the changes as I play the game, but guess what they did? You'll never guess what they did. So between, not just Baldi, but between videos, I do like to practice the games so I get better at them. And I had the hang of Baldi's Basics Plus. And guess what Baldi decides to do? There is now a floor 4 and a floor 5. That's so great. I'm glad they did that. So, hopefully we do it, but we'll see what we see. Alright, let's go to school. So how are all of you guys doing today? You guys doing good? I hope so. Hope you guys are happy. Hope you guys are healthy. Hope everyone's having a great day. And that there's good vibes all around. Oop, that's a dead end. I like the design of this floor. I like the white ceiling and then the diamond floor. Okay, so change number 1, the Techno Boots. So most of you are familiar with the Big Old Boots. They're still the Big Old Boots, but they have been rebranded as Techno Boots. Because the boots also make you immune to conveyor belts and Cloudy Copter's wind, in addition to Gotta Sweep It First Prize. So I'm assuming this change was made to make it more apparent that, hey, these boots also work against conveyor belts and machines. So it's just a rebranding. Now, in future Baldi playthroughs, unless there's a major update, I'm probably just going to start skipping floor 1, so we can get to the other stuff faster. Because by now we know what it is. It's very standard, not a lot of things happening. It's just floor 1. Get some basic items, some new thought points for the beginning. Really? Well, I just put the clown outfit on because I just lost on floor 1. Now I'm playing on normal mode, so I'll get that power tube back when I get to the next floor. I almost want to restart, but I'm not going to. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Fuck it, we'll do it live. That didn't happen. There's no need to play the video back because it didn't happen. You can't prove anything. Alright, he just started. We've already got 3 notebooks. Now when you're outside, your stamina regains faster. And you don't have to stop. You can keep walking.
You found all 4 notebooks.
Baldi, you're blocking the elevator. Who do you think you are, the bully? Okay, I didn't mean to pull that up. So something weird with my recording thing, you can't sprint and have the map at the same time, otherwise it pulls that.
Come on in.
Party at the principal's office, eh? I could get a teleporter, an apple, but Baldi's probably going to beat me there. Do I go for it? I'm going to try to go for it.
I'm gonna take your cane.
Never mind. I don't want to give him any of my items. But yeah, the party can only happen on floors 1 and 2. It might be able to happen on floor 3. If it can, it's very rare. But party at the principal's office, if you get there before everybody else, you can snag a rare item. Alright, let's do some math. Everybody's favorite subject. Math. That's me. Oh, there's another change. So some of the faculty rooms will have locks on them, big locks. Supposedly they're put there by the principal. So somewhere around here, you have to find a key. Key opens the lock, and then the locked doors are really valuable. because they'll give you 3 really good items. Sup, Dr. Reflex? How's it going? How's the business? Seems like we've got a lost action figure.
15 seconds. Detention.
I got detention over an action figure? That was not worth it. And right there, if you look at the bottom right corner, as you saw right there, certain effects, like getting detention, getting gummed, or getting shrunk, now have meters to indicate how long the effect lasts. Which is quite helpful, I do appreciate that. Can you hurry up after Reflex? I'm being chased by a crazy bald guy. Now, starting on this floor, you should see something new. Not sure when we're going to see it. We found the key, guys. We did it.
No entering school faculty only rooms in the hall.
Oh, I got busted again.
Detention for you. Don't make me do this again.
I can't help it. Stop putting cool stuff in the faculty rooms, and I'll stop going in there, I promise. It's not the room I care about, it's the stuff in the room. I just want to be in the room where it happens. And here it is. There are now other students in Baldi's schoolhouse. So students usually spawn near classrooms, and each student wants a lost item. Could be a lost action figure, could be some lost playing cards, controllers, books. But if you give the thing to the student, they give you a lot of youth thought points. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't really think it's all that worth it, because getting notebooks, jumping rope with playtime, Dr. Reflex's test, there's so many other things that give you youth thought points. It's not really worth sacrificing a slot for a lost item and then having to traverse back to classrooms. Especially if you're doing the shrinking inventory challenge, where you lose a slot for every item you use. You want to keep those open. Oh boy, we got 3 minutes.
That's right.
I will say though, it is a really cool addition. Now, just based on looking at the students, they look fairly young, so I'm going to assume this is 5th, 6th grade-ish. And there's lockers in the school, so it's at least middle school. So these kids got to be like pre-teens maybe, like between 9 and 12 years old. Around that age. So where are we? Is this supposed to be like a private school for bad kids? Like they just ship them off here? And that's how Baldi and the staff are able to get away with it? And also the kids themselves, they kind of sound like... They sound like Sims characters.
Gravity's going crazy. Surely, my newest invention.
I don't know if you've ever played The Sims, but... When you come up to the students, they're like... Woo, 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 woo. So I'm assuming after Baldi finishes you off, he's probably going to beat these students next. Alright, so according to the map, we're in Baldi's schoolhouse. You know, the only bad thing, and I make this mistake sometimes when I play Baldi's Basics Plus, the only bad thing about having the whole map filled out is it's hard to tell where you've been already. Yes, there are notebook icons for classrooms you have yet to visit, but sometimes what ends up happening is I'll turn the wrong way out of a classroom, and I'll end up going back the way I came. So you should try to look for landmarks, like posters, trees, certain fixtures. That usually helps.
You're good.
And also, this keeps happening. On floor 2, I always tend to miss one classroom. Now, most of the time, the reason for this, look very carefully around corners and where rows of lockers end. Because sometimes these guys like to be sneaky and they'll tuck a classroom like in a corner or right next to some lockers. Now you see where the green classroom meets the white hallway on the map? There's like a notch. Yep, I found it. You gotta look for notches that don't have an area. If it's just a boxless notch out in the open, like here, that was just an empty notch. It's probably a missed classroom. Alright, I've got the key so we can get those items. So bus pass is still on floor 2. You'll want to go on that field trip. Alright, listen kid. I don't care about your problems. You're in Baldi's schoolhouse. I'm in Baldi's schoolhouse. But for some reason Baldi's after me. So, you're on your own. You really shouldn't be worrying about an action figure right now. See, he's after me right now. This is your opportunity to try to escape yourself. Go hide in the vent. Go hide in the vending machine. Do whatever you can. Because I'm not going to last much longer. You're over here like, where's my toy? Come on. Also, aren't you not allowed to bring, like, toys and video games into school? Pretty sure the principal would have confiscated that. Or the bully would have taken it. Alright, now, here's a little tip. If Baldi's close to you, but he doesn't know where you are, and you know that he doesn't know where you are, wait until he goes far away until you open the door. Because as you know, he'll start heading towards that door when you open it. And Chockles thinks he's so funny and he trapped me inside the school. Or the classroom.
Find a way out before I catch you.
So I believe... Oh, and they also added a new texture to the Dirty Chalk Eraser. It looks more like Steam now. So it's a little easier for you to see through it. So I believe what just happened there is I activated the Chalk Eraser a second too late, and Baldi saw me. But he was on the ceiling and I was on the floor. So he went to one of the other flippers, came back, but then couldn't see me. In other words, I got very, very lucky. Alright. I have the bus pass. Let's go camping. Now here's a question that I have. Will the bus always be here? Like if I don't use the bus pass, well I already did. If I don't use the bus pass right now,
Let's go.
if I beat floor 3, and before I go to floor 4, would the bus still be there? I don't know for sure. I'll have to find that out in the future, so for now, I'm going on the field trip. Now, a cool strategy for this game, don't watch what's flying through the air. Just look at what first prize is holding. And if he's holding good fuel, click. If he's holding bad fuel, don't click. Gotta watch out for those Swiss rolls, because they look a lot like logs. Shit! Aww. I didn't mean to do that. So if you throw a water bucket on the fire, that's instant death for the fire.
Hi, I'm Johnny. Welcome to my
But you know what the worst part is?
I'll still be here.
No fire, no s'mores. Forget the items, I wanted some s'mores.
What? What?
So now we're stuck with basic items. That's nice. Could have had an apple, could have had a regular bee soda, but no, I threw water. I got 2 in the zone. I locked in too much. I was in the zone and I just clicked. Didn't give it a second thought. Is that a credit card? Lost floppy disk. Who's carrying around a floppy disk in school? Like you're sitting at the lunch table. Hey kids. Or hey guys. I got my floppy disk. Ooh. Now, here's our little buddy, or here was our little buddy, the test. They completely reworked the test. So how the test worked before was if you looked at him, he would stop time, so everybody would stop. And he would slowly move toward you. And every time you looked away, it was kind of like a Five Nights at Freddy's character. If you looked away from him, he would start coming towards you. And every time you looked away and looked back, he would get faster. But as long as you looked at him, he'd keep time frozen. But if you touched him, he would make this black mist, and he would blind you for 2 minutes. And the blindness only affected you, not everybody else. So it's like the fog, but it's biased for you. And I'm sure you've seen it before, like the blackoutness. Well, the good news is, that no longer happens. So here's how the test works now. So while you're making eye contact, I'm just gonna say him, because I want to say the test every 2 seconds. So when you're looking at him, he no longer stops time, but he dramatically slows everything down. And it's kind of funny hearing the other characters talk and make noise, because it's all slow and distorted. So while you're looking at him, he slows everything way down, but you don't want to look for too long. Now what happens when you break eye contact, he disappears, and he teleports somewhere else. And when you see him again, when you look at him, he'll once again slow things down. But if you look at him too long, he starts freaking out. And when he starts freaking out, that's your cue to look away. But unfortunately, the time carries over. So if he was already freaking out, and you look away and he despawns, the next time you see him, he'll still be freaking out. Because it doesn't... Like I said, the time you look carries over between each time you see him. And if you look too long, he literally explodes and dies. And when he does that for the next minute, everybody speeds up like crazy. Which is not good. It's almost worse than the blinding. And then after that, he will not appear again for the rest of the level until you either die and replay or move on to the next level. So once he dies, he's gone for the rest of the floor. So if you play your cards right, he can actually be quite a useful tool. But you still gotta be careful. As for the test himself, I'm pretty sure he's made out of electricity and like quantum physics. He's able to distort time like that. Also, where did Baldi find this guy? Now, I remember reading something a long time ago. It was a Baldi comic, and according to that, the test was a really bad student. And he was mad that he was bad at math, so he just kind of stayed hidden. So that's the lore. Listen, kid, I got bigger fish to fry, I don't care. You want to train? We'll get a job and buy yourself a new one, buddy. I don't care about your problems, kid.
Thanks for the generous donation.
Mr. Bully, you realize we have new students, right? You could just take one of their trains and floppy disks. Yeah, you can sit at the lunch table. Hey guys, I got my floppy disk. Yeah, floor 3 is so huge. Alright. This is a bit of a confusing area, but it's also good. I'm in this little L-shaped hallway, and there's 4 notebooks, like, right in the same area. So if I'm fast enough, I could keep Baldi happy and just go bam, 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 bam. Alright, just give me a second. I'm analyzing the map. If there's a place you gotta go, I'm the one you need to know. I'm the map. If there's a place you gotta get, I can get you there, I bet. I'm the map. Alright, everybody, say it with me. I'm the map, 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 I'm the map. Though in current day, you probably don't want to be calling yourself that. If you're on Twitter, you know what I mean. Now, you may be asking yourself a question. Matt, why are you not getting the notebooks? Well, now that there's 5 floors, oh god, he's freaking out. Don't explode, don't explode. I imagine the price of filling in the map in the future is going to get more expensive. And I want to save up the U thought points. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice a life here and just wander around the school and fill out the map. Now the good news is I've got all 9 classrooms. Wait, do I have 8 classrooms or 9 classrooms discovered? I'm just wandering around trying to fill in every nook and cranny that I possibly can. Every hill, every valley, every classroom will be documented. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so I have 8 classrooms uncovered. Where... I'm trying to look for empty areas, looking for notches, looking for... Now, if you're exploring a hallway and you just turn around, it'll appear as like an incomplete hallway, like the path will just stop. So I'm trying to find just anywhere I haven't been yet. Every corner, search every brick of this godforsaken building. Because I can't just be blowing points on the map for every floor after this. I won't be able to. Oh god, he's seasoned. Yeah, then he starts making a bunch of like metal noise. I believe it's the same sound effect as the walkers. Oh, I pissed off the doctor. It's hammer time. Wait a minute. I think I see it. Okay, so look near the middle and to the left a little bit, where those 3 or 4 classrooms are. There's a notch. Like right there. Right there. I think I see it. Oh, I think I passed it. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Give you something great.
No, I think I got it. So now that I've found all 9 classrooms, I don't know why I'm trying, but I'm gonna try anyway. I'm gonna do it with the school closed down.
Class dismissed. School is no longer in session. Better wrap things up soon, or else I'm gonna find you.
Alright, let's do this. Now, it doesn't work every time, but every once in a while, you can hide behind or next to a math machine, and Baldi doesn't think to look behind there. Alright, we need math, and we need good math. Okay, I make that mistake all the time. So one mistake that I keep making in Baldi's Basics Plus that I should really stop doing is there is a strategy where if Baldi's on your tail, you let him come in the classroom. Because when you do the math questions, when you do it correctly, he stops for a minute. He's like, that's fantastic. And if Baldi's monologuing, he can't kill you. The problem was, I waited too long.
Thanks for
And then he
playing.
killed me.
Come back soon.
You know what? We're actually going to stop right there because this video is getting kind of long. We're almost at 30 minutes. And I don't want to take up too much of your time. So, next time, we're going to start on floor 3 and hopefully see the new content. I'm actually really excited because I have been playing in Explore mode just to see the new stuff. And I will say, it's freaking awesome. It's hard, but I enjoy it. Alright, so that's the end of this classroom. As always, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and for next time, courtesy of Johnny, I have an apple for Baldi and a dirty chalk eraser. So at least for floor 3, I'm prepared. And I've also got the whole map filled out, thanks to my wandering. So I'm ready. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Microsoft Windows did not detect any viruses on my computer, so that's great news for my channel, because no computer means no videos. And everybody, just do me a little favor. Have yourselves a great day.